Hello, I hope you can hear me. How are you all going? I hope you're doing well. Hello, Christine. How are you going? I'm hoping this is working. Yes, it is. That's good. Okay, cool. So I've been out this morning and I've just gotten home and I decided just to do just to check to see what was happening in the Minnesota court, and this appeared. Let's have a look. Hello. Uh, Hello, Terry C. Watched Uncivil Law on this, and he thinks, yep, KJ is in for a ride. Oh, it's not going away. So we've had all of the filings from Without a Crystal Ball, Katie Joy. This is all of them. And today is a responsive motion because this is a response to the motion to compel. So let's have a look at this motion. Let's have a look at the motion, which I've got here. If I can get it up. The computer just doesn't want to cooperate with me at the moment. It's quite old. Anyway, here we go. So it's 2 pages. Okay, and it's the plaintiff's response to the defendant's motion to compel. Now, without even looking at this, I can probably tell you now it's going to be about the fact that discovery couldn't occur until the other motions are dealt with. Hang on just for a moment. I've just got to take a phone call. Just hold on. Oh, okay, sorry about that. So now we've got this motion. So I actually thought I would love to have seen Uncivil bang his head again, because it is, I mean, I nearly banged my head. So we've got so it says introductions. Defendants have prematurely brought forth this motion to compel, as the court has not adjudicated plaintiff's motion for protective order regarding discovery. Plaintiffs have properly complied with its discovery requirements at this point, and defendants' motion to compel should be denied. Oh, look, I didn't even have to see what was written, and I already worked out what it was they were going to say. So you can't ask for a motion to compel if the court actually hasn't actually adjudicated on a previous decision involving the motion. This, in my opinion, is just a motion that is just wasting court time. This is my opinion. Defendants have not shown cause for their motion to compel. Defendant's own motion includes fact to support its motion to compel, which are not true. Defendant memo supplementary motion to compel more. Plaintiffs were served with discovery on August 5, 2022. Regardless, on August, why is this moving up for me? Regardless, on August 26, 2022, plaintiffs filed a motion for protective discovery order limiting what sensitive information could be sought after. Could be viewed by the defendants and limiting their ability to share that information with third parties. What on earth is going on here? This is just... After attempting to answer discovery without cooperation of defendant's attorney to stipulate a protective order, and prior to this court's order regarding plaintiff's motion for protective order, plaintiffs realised they would be unable to answer discovery without disclosing sensitive information. Following this, on September 1, prior to discovery due date, plaintiffs sent correspondence to the defendants stating on August 26, 2022, we filed a motion for protective order. I don't know what's going on with my computer. Does someone want to tell me what's going on? It's got a mind of its own. It's possessed. We filed a motion for protective discovery order in this case. And I'm just going to pull this down a bit. Let's have a look. This has got a mind of its own at the moment. Look at it. Not even there, right. So the plaintiffs realised, so it says down here, on August 26, 2022, we filed a motion for protective discovery order. In this case, this motion was filed due to the sensitive nature of documents being requested by a defendant. We will not be responding to any discovery requests until an order has been issued on the aforementioned motion. There is a spelling mistake. See, the thing is, often when they pull out, there is typos, okay? But not like the ones we've seen from Cracker. Plaintiffs have sent numerous emails to defendants informing them that if they stipulated to a protective discovery order, plaintiffs would send responses to discovery that date. I think it's supposed to be that day. Defendants have refused to stipulate a protective discovery order, and instead of waiting for the court's order on plaintiff's motion for a protective discovery order, have furthered added time and expense by setting forth this motion to compel. As the plaintiffs made a timely motion for protective discovery order and informed defendants that they would respond as soon as this court issues an order on the motion. Plaintiffs have not failed to respond to discovery, and the defendant's motion to compel is not supported by Minnesota law. So that is the latest filing. So that's what they've stated. They've just sort of stated their task to say, hey, wait, hang on a minute. We filed a motion. You can't ask the court to compel if they haven't ruled on the motion. That's essentially what they're saying, which makes logical sense because the court, it actually has to be sorted out at the court. So I think I actually had a lawyer say that they was told to watch me by a family member, and they're a lawyer, and they thought my case analysis was really quite good, but that I was a bit biased. But when they started to investigate what was going on, they realized that the reason for it. Look, I want to see how the judge is going to respond to this. I'm not a big fan of wasting court's time, and the thing is, they could have the motion to and say to 7M's lawyers, we are just letting you know that we have a motion to compel. If your motion fails, we're going to apply for a motion to compel on this, and let them know that this is what we're going to do. We've got a motion to compel ready. Here is the draft. We will file this on the day, and so we can get it sorted out. That's what you do. You have it all ready to go. You tell the other side, if your motion fails, we're gonna do this. But at the moment, as far as in my opinion, it's a big fat waste of time. As I said, just my opinion, and what I think is, and I'm happy to be proven wrong. But it seems like all the YouTube lawyers are actually agreeing with what I've got to say, which means that my analysis of what's going on is quite correct. I want to show you something else now, just on a side note. I need to put a trigger warning up too. So for those of you that are watching, I need to just put a trigger warning up. So if you need to step away, I'm happy for you to step away. Okay, so you may have heard of Peter Sculley. For those of you that follow KJ, she seems to be obsessed with Peter Sculley and the video that he made called Daisy Destruction. Well, he has just faced the Philippines court again, and he's been sentenced to 129 years in prison for child SA. This is a second charge. This isn't the initial charge. This is an additional charge. So he's been sentenced to 129 years in the Philippines jail as part of child SA, involving victims as young as 18 months. This is disgusting. It's his second conviction. So it was the second conviction. Who's already serving life sentence for an initial batch of charges involving and trafficking of young girls. The Philippines has been helped by poverty, English fluency, and high internet connectivity in the country, experts warn. I hope this sends a strong message to all abusers, all human traffickers, that crime does not pay. Marilyn Baroli, a regional prosecutor in the southern city of Cagayan de Oro. The court handed down the sentence on November 3 after Sculley and his 3 co-accused entered into a plea bargaining agreement. They had been charged with 60 offences, including trafficking, child exploitation material, child A and R. Sculley's girlfriend, Lovely Magello, was sentenced to 126 years in jail. 2 others were given sentences of more than 9 years. Victims and families have accepted the terms of the agreement and consider it a sweet victory, according to a statement posted on the Regional Prosecution's Office Facebook site. They all want to put closure to this dark phase of their lives and move on, the statement reads. Victims included an 18-month girl whose body was buried under the floor of a house. It's a big victory, not just for us prosecutors in the Department of Justice, but more importantly, a big victory for the victim survivors. He was arrested in 2015 in Malaybalay, another southern Philippine city, after fleeing from Australia in 2011. He had to come to Philippines to escape fraud and charges in his home country. He set up the Cyber S business, filming teenage girls. You can read it. The videos were allegedly sold to customers in Germany, the US, and Brazil. Said Sculley and his girlfriend meted out extreme kinds of A to the 7 victims. They were pretty graphic. Most of the people who pay to view these types of videos are abroad, with potentially thousands of children being A, often with parents' consent. The United Nations Children's Fund said 2021 the Philippines is one of the top global sources of child SA materials. That's horrific. I guess for me, it's great that he's going away for a very, very long time. So he's going away for a very, very long time, and he's likely to bite. So I'm sorry that was graphic, but I think it's important to know that they are catching up with them. The victims want to move on. So, we shouldn't now keep harping on about these crimes. Anyway, I want to thank you for joining me. This was just a quick live to show you that I've not seen, there's been nothing else filed at this stage, but anything else that's been filed, I'll definitely let you know. Thank you for watching. I will catch you again later on. If you could hit like and subscribe, that would be great. I'd really appreciate it. I appreciate all the support that you give me, and I will catch you next time. Bye for now.